Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. अभी हो गया ना?
Hare Krishna. Yeah. Welcome to 79th Vyasa Puja of His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj. Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj ki Jai. Thanks everyone. You are all here and it's because of you that the event looks so nice and so attractive. And many thanks to Dheer Gaur Prabhu and Sundar Gopinath. Thanks to Dheer Gaur Prabhu and Sundar Gopinath Prabhu. Such a nice and lovely kirtan. Thank you so much. So we would like to start the program now. We will start with the offerings and we will start with the disciples. And I can see Bharashesh Prabhu is sitting here. So I would like to invite His Grace Bharashesh Prabhu and he can say his offering.
Hare Krishna. Yes. So I was meditating on Guru Maharaj because this is the Vyasa Puja, so we all meditate on Guru Maharaj, and Guru Maharaj just said, Guru Maharaj, and I was meditating on it, and I recalled in 2014 when Guru Maharaj was here. It was regarding the launch of the the seminar on the Srila Prabhupada's position in ISKCON as founder Acharya. So I got some, yeah. So it was in the year 2014 when GBC launched one of the most important papers regarding the position of Srila Prabhupada as founder Acharya in ISKCON for all times to come. Guru Maharaj had initiated the idea, and with the help of Ravindra Sarup Prabhu, the scholar devotee, got the paper written and eventually approved by the GBC committee established for this purpose. Does anyone remember? Has everyone read that book? Yes. Yeah, that's good. So that year, I remember, Guru Maharaj had been conducting seminars at all the ISKCON centers in the world, basically, explaining the purpose of this paper. Guru Maharaj had also written the foreword to the paper, which was published as a book in that year. One such seminar was conducted in Sydney at Quaker Hills as well. Apart from the explanation of the purpose of the paper, which was in the seminar, other things also etched out into my memory, basically. So other things etched out into my memory, and they were emphasis on seriousness and significance of an event, perseverance for a purpose, and how to cooperate to get to the purpose. The seminar on the position of Srila Prabhupada as founder Acharya in ISKCON was a 2-day affair, which went very well and was well received by the participants. Before one of the session's commencement in the evening, the organizers had kept a kids program with a small drama on arrival of Srila Prabhupada in US. Guru Maharaj watched the whole program, and later, while talking to me, he instructed me that when we have serious topics for discussions, we should not add such programs as fillers. It dilutes the seriousness of the issue. And Guru Maharaj was very, very, into establishing Prabhupada's position in ISKCON. So Guru Maharaj actually told me that we should not actually use these as fillers in serious programs. Also, on the first day of the seminar, I was walking with Guru Maharaj from the parking to the hall. Guru Maharaj commented about the book. He said, it took us 10 years to get this paper published. 10 years to get that paper published. And what was that? Srila Prabhupada's position in ISKCON as founder Acharya. So Guru Maharaj was a little bit, reflecting on that. This comment, of course, was regarding the position of Srila Prabhupada as founder Acharya in ISKCON. It made me realize how important this whole concept was for Guru Maharaj to pursue this project for 10 years and bring it to fruition. I can imagine how many points of views, objections, and arguments there would have been that had to be addressed over these years. The quality of perseverance and dedication to ISKCON and Srila Prabhupada as his spiritual master was so that his position in ISKCON is founder Acharya established forever and doesn't get blurred, as those who had direct connection with Srila Prabhupada are no more physically present on earth. So the more we move away, the more the Srila Prabhupada disciples who are close to, when they are not physically present on the earth, it can get blurred. The Prabhupada's position can get blurred. So this was the book that was written and published by the GBC. Also, there is the aspect of cooperation. So No matter how long it takes, we must cooperate and persevere to get our points across. At the end of the day, unity in purpose is more important as it helps us to do more and better. Thank you. So these are some of the things.
No, that's all right. Thank you, Bharat Prabhu. Thank you so much. Thank you for emphasizing the importance of that book. What's the title of the book, Prabhu? The founder Acharya? Srila Prabhupada, the founder Acharya of ISKCON. Yeah. And that's a small book and it's really very important. We should all read it. It's very, very important. That book is really nice. Preeminent, yeah. Preeminent Acharya of ISKCON, yes. So next I would like to invite His Grace Shubha Krishna Prabhu. Oh yeah, Rajshekhar Prabhu. Welcome Rajshekhar Prabhu and Mataji. They have come all the way from Brisbane. It's so nice to have them here after a long time. And Gaurangi is also here. So nice. Such a nice surprise.
Hare Krishna devotees, it's a pleasure and it's an honor to see all of you after almost 5 years now. So much memories, so much of sweet, I guess, interactions with devotees. So Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Charu Swami Niti Namine Snigdhacheta Shupranita Bhagvinam Charasa Pitam Prabhupada Gata Prana Name Bhakti Charu Padam. Dear Guru Maharaj, happy Vyasa Puja Day. This year, in particular, a verse from Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Lila, chapter 1, verse 45, has been deeply resonating in me when I contemplate on your mercy. The verse goes, Guru Krishna Rupa Hai, Shastra Praman, Guru Rupe Krishna Kripa Karan Bhaktagan. According to the deliberate opinion of all revealed scriptures, the spiritual master is non-different from Krishna. Lord Krishna in the form of the spiritual master delivers his devotees. I've been able to see Krishna's hand through your eternal instructions. It's been a saving grace to keep me going in Srila Prabhupada's service. Your memories and personal instructions have been truly guiding me to offer my sincere effort in Krishna's service. I can say with some satisfaction that this year has been a good year so far in my insignificant journey of bhakti. Thank you very much, dear Guru Maharaj, for making this crippled soul walk on the surface of Krishna consciousness. Thank you very much for showing me how to sharpen my material senses in service of Krishna. Earlier this year, as a family, we spent 3 weeks in Ujjain. All of us felt so much of your love through all the devotees in Ujjain. I got reminded that in a couple of occasions, you had told me to make enough money and then come back to India. So while my stay in Ujjain, I was really remembering on this instruction. I'm happy to say that I'm working towards for an early retirement from this hectic and reckless lifestyle in the West, and will try my better to better position myself in more focused and dedicated service for Srila Prabhupada's movement. I have the good fortune of getting causeless mercy and valuable guidance from His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami in this space. Surely your mercy is leading me towards this goal. Since the start of this year, we started reading Srimad Bhagavatam daily for 30 minutes in our local congregation. I'm very happy to report to you that so far we have been able to continue and relish Srila Prabhupada's Bhaktivedanta purports. Also, I've been trying my best to attend Mangal Arati program on every Saturday at our Bhakti Center in Gold Coast. Apart from that, to make our ties stronger with God families in Ujjain, we have been reading Chaitanya Charitamrita on every Friday under the guidance of His Grace Shumangal Madhav Prabhu. Truly, as he used to say, Srila Prabhupada has given us everything in his books. Guru Maharaj, I am able to appreciate your instruction to stay humble in the association of devotees in ISKCON. As I am getting older in this body, while doing my best to stay in devotee association, by constantly battling on the anarthas in my heart, I am able to perceive some self-improvements and self-maturity in doing my services, in dealing with devotees, and in keeping my sadhana reasonable pace. There are times I really come to understand that posing or thinking myself as a big devotee can really disturb my association with devotees. As I take a stand aside and remember how you used to deal and interact with devotees, it reminds me that how I should keep my humble demeanor and keep my lens of criticisms closed. In my small world of Krishna consciousness, I can't help getting worried about various concerns, misunderstandings or tensions, which I wish I could do something about. At the same time, I come to realize that I have my boundaries and my sadhanas to execute. Therefore, I also take my opportunity to take shelter on Krishna's holy name to make myself stronger so that I can contribute further in my service to Srila Prabhupada's movements. I take it also as a sign to get my mind humble. At times, during your visit in Sydney, I've noticed how you would also look worried or concerned about various complicated situations going on at a macro level in ISKCON worldwide. Yet, you would never fail to get up in the early morning to chant your rounds or meet or treat devotees smilingly. I pray that Guru Maharaj please bestow me with enough spiritual strength so that I can not only continue to chant my rounds properly, but also help remediating relationships among devotees for a greater cause to further this movement. Next time, I'm really looking forward to report more of my realizations and happy moments in the service of devotees. Following your footsteps and the wonderful legacy of your dedication can only enable me to keep me intact in doing that. Your useless servant, Rajashekar Das. Hare Krishna.
Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Charu Swami iti namine. Dear Guru Maharaj, a very happy Vyasa Puja to you. I was going back in my memory and I was thinking, whatever I have read about you or heard about you from the senior devotees, Sri Prahlad once said, that because Guru Maharaj has translated all Prabhupada books, so he lives Prabhupada's mood. Because he knows nook and corner of Srila Prabhupada books, so he knows what Prabhupada wants, what Prabhupada has written in his translations as well as purport. Apart from that, Guru Maharaj has been a very loving person and making friends very easily. And he was so soft with his heart that he would never hurt anyone. Once I reached for an Ishtagoshti program which Guru Maharaj was going to preside, and I reached a little late. Guru Maharaj said, why did you come? Are you really my disciple? I thought I will disown you. He was very hard on me. I will disown you if you behave like this. And he was that time in America. He called me back after the program in the night. And he said, you know why I said that? Because I had to teach my disciples that no one should come late in the programs. Where the Ishtagushti is happening or any program is happening for that matter. No one should come late in the program. You should be before time. How many people today came late? I don't know. So, Guru Maharaj's softness of the heart it came from the time that he was very small, and he used to his mother was very loving, of course, and the father too, but father was very busy, used to be in the business, and he never got any time with his father. So he always be with his mother, and mother used to tell him all the stories at night before he goes off to sleep. Last story that he mentioned in the Ocean of Mercy, that how Bhagirath brought Ganga from the Himalayas. And so that story he has mentioned that in the book. And he used to be very, very close to his mother. And that's how the love between he and his mother was so much that unfortunately mother was diagnosed with the tuberculosis and then she passed away. But during her time of that sickness, mother was shifted to somebody else's home so that others will not get affected by this disease. And Guru Maharaj and his elder brother, they were also parted out. They should not be with each other. So I think Guru Maharaj was with her aunt, which is Buaji. In Hindi, we say that Bua. So he was with her Bua, and then mother passed away after some time, and then he was absolutely crushed. He was crying like anything, he was small, of course. So, and his love with his mother was too much because the association with his mother was very, very close. And he lost that. After that, there was a gap. But then his father also left the business, and he started looking after them. But then because the children should get a good education, both the children were put into boarding school and should get the good education, and they should do well in their lives. So after that, Guru Maharaj was very, very forward-looking person right from that time. And he wanted to go to West for doing the studies. Guru Maharaj somehow went to, after doing his graduation in India and Germany also, then he and his friends decided to go for, in the West for some more time and find out more about historical places, etc. And he also wanted to go to West to discover more and more. And during his journey, hitchhiking and all, he met so many people, and he used to talk to people and get familiar with them and make friends. Lots of those friends also been in contact with him some more time. They offered him to sit with him and have hashish and all those things. But Guru Maharaj always said, no, that is not my, I didn't come here for that. And he parted ways with such people to whom, all these kind of offers were coming. So most of the people leaving America and coming to Turkey and all these places, they were, very, very enthusiastic in doing these kind of things. But Guru Maharaj never had any interest on such things. One day, some Americans started asking questions about, India, and Guru Maharaj was very, very he took aback because he didn't answer any of the questions. And they said, what is there in America? What is there in India, People are dying with hunger. People don't have any knowledge. This, that. But Guru Maharaj was very, very awestruck that, oh, I don't even know, but my India is very good. He was finding it difficult to answer some of the questions. And he said, no, my India is good. I want to go back. And the knowledge will come only when I have a spiritual master. That's how he came back to India. He went to various ashramas. He also went to in Rishikesh and also went to Haridwar and tried to find a spiritual master for him, but he was not getting any solace whoever he met. And then finally one fine day, a friend of him, he called him, and like that, so he went to Calcutta. In Calcutta, one of his old friends had joined ISKCON during that time, and he gave him a book called Nectar of Devotion. That's how so Nectar of Devotion, he liked so much reading it that whole night he read. And then again, morning when he got up, maybe he must have slept very late, but then he got up and then, he started reading it again. And the next night he got a dream. In that dream, he saw Prabhupada as his spiritual master. He decided, no, here is my spiritual master, and I want to, meet him and take all the. Then he came to ISKCON. That's how he came to ISKCON. And then he, started developing, and then he came to Mayapur. All that story you all know. I don't want to repeat that. However, the main point is his love towards Srila Prabhupada. Second thing is his very soft nature, that he could, make anyone his friend, and always was very kind with the devotees, irrespective whether his person, a devotee, is his disciple or no. He would always meet everyone. And we have seen those examples in Sydney as well, that he would give everyone a chance to come and see him and talk to them as if they are his disciples. And he never made any discrimination whether a person is a disciple or somebody else's disciple. And in the instructions that he gave, Govindari was proposed there. So we were sitting in the meeting room behind, and we used to play that instructions with everyone. Rajshekhar Prabhu was also there. In the leadership group, we used to play that recording, and he had given the clear instructions when Guru Maharaj once came and he was staying in the forum apartment, and there he gave those instructions. I recorded it. And so that instruction was, the main instructions over there was that no one can kill ISKCON. The only thing that kill will, Guru Groupism. So never do the Guru Groupism, that my Guru is best, that Guru is not, like that. So he always discarded that idea. Every Guru is same. We all are giving initiation on behalf of Srila Prabhupada. That is the point he emphasized always, and he was very hard on it. And he said, whenever do Ishtagoshti, call the other devotees as well. Don't do only your Guru Maharaj disciple. Ask everyone to come, join. We should always talk about Srila Prabhupada in that. So he was so much in love with Srila Prabhupada, and he wanted that to happen. And that's the reason, the idea of preeminent Acharya of ISKCON came to the mind. And he said that, so it is similar to Evam Parampara Pratam, Evam Rajasya Guru, Sakale Mahatas, Yogo Tashta Parantapaha. So he wanted that to be established again. And that's the reason this came, and then, position of the Guru and preeminent Guru came into picture. So there are many things I can talk about. I think the whole day I can keep talking about Guru Maharaj. But for today, I think what we need to learn is, or what I want to learn is, his loving capacity to everyone and treating everyone similar. And give equal respect to each and every devotee of ISKCON, and make sure that we are not making any discrimination amongst the disciples of any guru. We all are same, and our guru is Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Shubh Krishna Prabhu. It was a nice recollection of Guru Maharaj's life journey. It's a nice recollection of Ocean of Mercy. And thank you, Rajshekhar Prabhu. Thanks for coming all over from Brisbane. Keep coming every year. Now I would like to call upon His Grace Govind Hari Prabhu. Please come.
Hare Krishna. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Charu Swami Niti Namine. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Indadumna Swami Niti Namine. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Firstly, thank you very much to the extended God family of His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj for giving me the opportunity to speak here in this really august assembly of Vaishnavas on this most auspicious day of Maharaj's appearance. Just last week, my workplace, actually 2 weeks ago, at the last minute my boss came and informed me, like, look, next week I've got to go on this work conference to Paris. I can't make it. You are going. And he said this to me on the Thursday, that I was going to be on the next flight on the Saturday. I think on the flight on Monday morning. So Monday morning, I was dusting off. Okay, this 21-hour flight that I've got to take. What is it that I can do during the flight? And the first book that caught my eye was The Ocean of Mercy, which I'd wanted to read for a long, long time. And I thought I'd read 10 or 15 pages and then switch over to doing something else. And the 10 or 15 pages ended up being the whole book over the 21-hour flight. So it's a must read. And I must say that as disciples of Maharaj, I think overall in ISKCON, it's a book that is nothing short of scripture. And pretty much equivalent to the Prabhupada Leelamrit and should be installed and worshipped in every home. If one were to do so, I think one would get unlimited benefit. Anyways, what more? There's so little and so much to say about His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj. So much to say, which all of you will agree with me, and so little because of this paucity of time that we have. But again, he was one of Srila Prabhupada's foremost disciples. And this year, instead of an offering in third person, I'd just like to reflect on some of my personal recollections of Maharaj and what I gained from the Ocean of Mercy. So he was one of Srila Prabhupada's foremost disciples. And what really struck me was that Maharaj, moved into ISKCON in July 1976. And he was with Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada left our physical presence in November 1977. So between July 1976 to November 1977, Maharaj received all three initiations. He received the Harinam initiation, he received the Gayatri initiation, and then he received the Sannyas initiation as well. Much to the bewilderment, surprise, and amazement of some of his own contemporary and very senior godbrothers at the time. And Maharaj met Srila Prabhupada between January 10 to 18, 1976 in the Kumbh Mela. And during his first meeting with Prabhupada, their first conversation was on the way back from the Kumbh Mela on the train. And Srila Prabhupada immediately looked at him and said, "You are going to translate all my books in Bengali," which gives you a glimpse of what Srila Prabhupada, thought of the caliber of Maharaj and saw in Maharaj in his first meeting with Maharaj. Much like Srila Prabhupada's own meeting with his own Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Bhakti Saraswati Thakur, where in their first meeting, His Holiness Bhakti Saraswati Thakur told Srila Prabhupada, "You should be traveling to the Western world and preaching and translating all my books in English." So there's a lot of corollary in the lives of this great spiritual master and his own spiritual master. Our temple president at the time, when I first came into contact with Maharaj in 2006, when I saw him here in Sydney, and our temple president at the time, Atmaram Prabhu, who was handing over the reins to Varanayak Prabhu, both of them told me one thing, both of them told me that Bhakti Charu Maharaj is the nearest sannyasi you will find to Srila Prabhupada. And Atmaram Prabhu is a disciple of Srila Prabhupada himself. And they both told me, Varanayak Prabhu told me the same. He is the nearest that your personality you will find in ISKCON to Srila Prabhupada. And Atmaram Prabhu is, personally had darshan of Srila Prabhupada, is his disciple, and spent a considerable amount of time with Srila Prabhupada. So that was a very, very profound realization for me. Now, why is Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj so loved across ISKCON? I mean, even when he, again, temporarily unmanifested from our physical presence 4 years ago, there was this whole deluge of sannyasis and his god brothers and god sisters and well-wishers and devotees across ISKCON who were there to comfort his disciples, provide them with shiksha, and reflect on their time spent with Maharaj as well as their own memories. And he was a very, very beloved member of this movement and very, very dear to everybody who knew him. And everybody had, something in common to say. They all said that he was very close to Srila Prabhupada, he was very dear to Srila Prabhupada, and they also always said that he was the perfect gentleman. Much like Srila Prabhupada, if someone came into contact with Maharaj, and even if they did not agree on the principles of Krishna consciousness, when they left the room, they would always carry this message that today we met a perfect and thorough gentleman, regardless of who they were, in any walk of life. Now, some of the other, these days they say fun facts. A fun fact about His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj is, as you all know as disciples, is that he was the first sannyasi to be given the title Bhakti in his name. And his name himself means one who is beautiful in controlling his senses with his devotion. And I don't think there's anyone, there's any doubts about that fact. Now, when Maharaj got his sannyas initiation from Srila Prabhupada, 2 days after getting that sannyas initiation, he expressed his concern to Srila Prabhupada that, "You've given me the sannyas initiation, some of my godbrothers themselves think that I've got it so soon. Will I be able to be fixed in my vows, in my sannyas vows?" And Prabhupada gave him a few instructions, but the crux of the instruction, as explained by Maharaj in the Ocean of Mercy, is that you should always keep the association of devotees. And Maharaj then, and if you keep in the association of devotees, Maya will not be able to come near you. And Maharaj then innocently asked Srila Prabhupada, "But Srila Prabhupada, what happens if I am alone in an island by myself?" And Prabhupada said to him that, "Well, if you are alone in an island, then think of the instructions that the devotees have given you. And you will never fall down." So, through this book, this is Maharaj's wider message to us as well, that you should always be in the association of devotees. And if you don't have that privilege, think of the instruction of the devotees, whether they be your own spiritual master or other devotees you interacted with, and that will protect you. Then the other thing that, Maharaj was probably one of the most liberal people I have ever met. And this sounds a bit paradoxical, that if I were to say this to somebody, so you're saying a a monk in orange robes, a sannyasi was the most liberal person you met. He was the most liberal person I have ever met, and you could have a conversation with him about any topic, whether it was world geopolitics, economics, the arts, drama, theater, the classics, and of course anything to do with Krishna consciousness. And he was like an expert. One of the qualities of a pure devotee is that they're an expert in everything, and nobody personified that more than, or epitomized that more than His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj. And there's one thing he used to tell us all the time. He quite often, like he had the highest standards. Shuk Krishna Prabhu mentioned about Maharaj's punctuality. So there was a time when I was asked to take him to the new temple land, and I remember setting up some time with Bharat Shrestha Prabhu, who was looking after Maharaj that time, and we decided that we'd meet at the temple land at 11:30 on a Friday afternoon, on a Friday morning. So that's it. I somehow found a way to sneak away from work at the time and drive all the way from Chatswood, and I looked at the GPS, and 11:20 I was going to be at the temple site, and I thought that was good enough. You're there by 11:20, you go to the real estate agent's office, get the keys, and you're with Maharaj on the temple site by 11:30. At 11 o'clock, I got a call from a panicking Bharat Shrestha Prabhu, Prabhu, where are you? I was like, oh, it's 11, we agreed to meet at 11:30. No, Guru Maharaj is here. And he is wondering where you are. So those were the standards that Maharaj maintained, very, very high standards. But there was also something that he used to always tell us. He was, and I'll come back to the point why he was the most liberal person. So at the time, especially, and I don't know if you all have had this experience in your journey in Krishna consciousness, but when we first come into this movement, and you've experienced things that you have never experienced before, you find the solutions to all your life's problems. In fact, you find the solution to the problems of even those around you. Some of them even express them. But anyways, you feel that it is a movement which gives you things that nothing else can. And one of the side effects of that is that you become very, very enthusiastic and almost borderline fanatic. Right? And in your eyes, then you draw the distinction between who is a devotee versus who is a non-devotee. And in a very rudimentary way, that's decided by who's chanting 16 rounds, who's not. And I remember Maharaj in one of the earliest lectures I went to, he was actually telling us, it's okay if someone can't chant 16 rounds. It's okay if someone chants one round. It's okay if they are even favorable to Krishna consciousness. It's okay if they even become vegetarian. This was in your old house in Kogra. And then he drew the corollary of what happened in the Hare Krishna movement after Prabhupada left. And he told us that, we lost a whole generation of devotees in the Gurukuls because we were very dogmatic. And he told us, if a movement becomes very, very dogmatic, then there is stagnation. You can never be dogmatic. You have to assess people by where they are. And he was very, very liberal in his dealings with everyone around us. And there's something that he used to often quote, which Srila Prabhupada told him. He said that Prabhupada himself told me, he said, why are you all, why do you have this obstinacy that if you're preaching to someone, they must chant 16 rounds? He said, Prabhupada himself has told me, and then and that's mentioned in the Ocean of Mercy as well, where Srila Prabhupada is instructing Maharaj that not everybody in this world is going to take up to Krishna consciousness. Krishna ISKCON is for devotees, but not everyone will become a devotee, not everyone will be able to surrender to Krishna. And for those who will not, for those who will not, they will continue to act on the modes of material nature. And in order to situate them properly in the proper human culture, we need the Varnashram Dharma. And then he said, and then even towards while he was wrapping up his leelas in this world, Maharaj was looking to establish the Varnashram Dharma as part of his Orlando project, which then coincidentally becomes the extended duty of his disciples. You have the good fortune of taking up the stewardship and leadership in this regard and fulfilling what Srila Prabhupada mentioned to your Guru Maharaj and what your Guru Maharaj was trying to do, which is to spread the Varnashram Dharma in every town and village and guide the rest of ISKCON in that path is how I interpreted it. And anyways, and when it comes to, and when it comes to, again, being the perfect disciple, I spoke a bit about how Maharaj, in less than a year, received all his 3 initiations, and he was very close to Srila Prabhupada, even when Srila Prabhupada was leaving this material world. In the Brahma Samhita, it said, Premanjana Churita Bhakti Vilochanena Santa Sadaiva Hridayeshu Vilokayanti Yam Shama Sundaram Achintaya Gunar Swarupam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. So the translation of this verse is, I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who is Shamasundar Krishna himself, with inconceivable, innumerable attributes, whom the pure devotees see in their heart of hearts with the eye of devotion tinged with the salve of love. Now why I am quoting this verse is, it says that the pure devotees see Krishna as Shamasundar himself, right, in their heart of hearts with the eye of devotion tinged with the salve of love. So again, in the Ocean of Mercy, in an exchange, in a dialogue between Maharaj and Srila Prabhupada, Bhakti Charu Maharaj asked Srila Prabhupada that, Prabhupada, is it true that, in each and every living entity's heart, you have the four-armed form of Krishna as the Paramatma, as Narayan? And Srila Prabhupada says, yes, that is true, but he is in a 2-armed form in your heart. So that's, if you correlate this with verse, the Prabhupada immediately has identified him that you're a pure devotee of the Lord. And this is Srila Prabhupada, his own spiritual master, coming up with that correlation. So there you are. So for all the disciples of Maharaj, you cannot be in safer hands. You were guided by one of the most pure devotees of him who walked on the face of this earth. In fact, all of you should consider yourself extremely lucky that you appeared in a time where you were able to cross paths with a personality like Bhakti Charu Maharaj and take up the process of Krishna consciousness again. So there is no reason to be despondent or be fearful about anything, because you are under his shelter. And I'll just conclude by saying what Maharaj says in the last portion of the Ocean of Mercy. And you can just substitute Srila Prabhupada's name here with your Guru Maharaj's name, and if you follow this instruction, I think you'll get everything what Maharaj says he will get through Srila Prabhupada. So Maharaj, in the last paragraph of the book, he says that my realization, so this is Bhakti Charu Maharaj's realization. He's saying, my realization is that I am an eternal part and parcel of Krishna, and that my life's goal is to develop my loving relationship with him, and that is all due to the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. In your case, it is all due to the mercy of His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj, who took me by the hand and led me to that relationship. I know that I have found the true path to perfection, and that achieving success is only a matter of continuously moving forward without deviation. Sometime in the future, it does not matter when, I will reach my ultimate destination and once again be at the lotus feet of my beloved Srila Prabhupada. So if you just replace Srila Prabhupada with His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj and you're steady on this path, it does not matter sometime in the future, it does not matter when you will reach the ultimate destination and once again be at the lotus feet of His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj. All I'll request is at that time, just don't forget me. So thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. It's nice to hear from you always. So please come in every Vyasa Puja and every Tirobhav we celebrate every year. It's nice to hear from you. So yes, Guru Maharaj says that the process is very simple and it should be performed happily. That's what every time Guru Maharaj used to say, that Krishna consciousness, we should do it happily. I would just like to read few instructions that Guru Maharaj is giving us. He's saying, this process is very simple. Chant the holy name offenselessly, study Srila Prabhupada's books regularly, follow the temple programs, follow the 4 regulative principles, and associate with devotees with a sincere desire to serve them. If you do this, then you will undoubtedly achieve spiritual perfection. Such simple instructions we have to do and we can achieve spiritual perfection. So yes, now I would like to call upon His Grace Vijay Gopikesh Prabhu. Please come.
Hare Krishna. Very thankful to all the devotees for giving me an opportunity to express my gratitude to His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj on his most auspicious Vyasa Puja day. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pashtaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapataka Swami iti namine. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Charu Swami iti namine. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami iti namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. It's very inspiring to hear beautiful offerings from Sri Krishna Prabhu and Govind Hari Prabhu after that. Such deep realizations and such loving exchanges. Yes, many of those points that they mentioned also comes to my mind because His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj is somebody who, when you meet him, as they also mentioned, is you will remember Srila Prabhupada. You cannot not forget Srila Prabhupada. And that's his point, and that's what I learned from my Guru Maharaj also. My Guru Maharaj doesn't say, I'll take you back to Godhead. He says, I'll take you back to Prabhupada. Prabhupada is the one who promised, I'll take you back to Godhead. So, Bhakti Charu Maharaj in the same way, he never says, I will do this. His point is always, follow Srila Prabhupada. In fact, I just remembered now, just in this same foyer, I was standing there and Bhakti Charu Maharaj was there and devotees were there. I don't know what was happening. I think we were going to go to a preaching program or something. Suddenly he called me and said, how have you trained these devotees to do kirtan? What kind of training have you given them? They are chanting the Hare Krishna mantra without chanting Prabhupada Pranam mantra. What is this? Where is Prabhupada? Without Prabhupada, can't chant Prabhupada, Panchatattva mantra, then Hare Krishna mantra. That is the kirtan standard. Straight here he chastised me. Then I realized I was not even conscious that there is kirtan going on, and that too in the kirtan they started without Prabhupada Pranam mantra. It just never occurred to me. Completely unconscious. That's why sometimes I think we have to be conscious to be Krishna conscious. First conscious, then Krishna conscious. So like that, he chastised where needed, but also he always encouraged. That's what I heard from all the devotees. Always full of compassion, full of kindness. I mean, there are so many examples of that. One thing comes to my mind. After Srila Prabhupada disappeared, when they were putting Srila Prabhupada's spiritual body in the Samadhi, Bhakti Charu Maharaj went down. And he had Prabhupada, transcendental body being placed in the Samadhi. And after he placed him, he refused to come out. He didn't want to come out. The devotees had to beg him, plead him, of course everyone was crying, everyone was feeling great separation from Srila Prabhupada. He didn't want to come out of the Samadhi. He didn't want to leave Prabhupada even for a minute. So like that we can see from every nook and corner, every day, daytime, nighttime, anytime, Prabhupada is always in his consciousness. So much Prabhupada, man. At his appearance day, Vyasa Puja, he said it should be Prabhupada Memorial Day. He didn't want to celebrate Vyasa Puja. But because disciples have to be given a chance to glorify spiritual master, therefore he is allowing. Otherwise, we disciples, aspiring disciples, sheltered disciples, shiksha disciples, we won't get a chance to express our gratitude. So out of his kindness, he allows us to do that. And every step of the way, see, everything was so meticulous. I remember staying in this apartments here, forum, and he cooked one of the most amazing khichdi I've tasted, He's such a good cook, And I was reminded that khichdi is so nectarian, it's directly come from Jagannath Puri, so tasty, cooked by himself, not through someone else. And he served the devotees also. And that's why whenever devotees go to the apartments, you always, whenever I get an invitation, I always say, yes, I'm ready. Cancel all programs. Bhakti Charu Maharaj is calling, so you should go. Just walk in, right? He allowed everyone to come in. That reminded me also, after Srila Prabhupada disappeared, there was naturally a great vacuum in ISKCON, right? No one knew what to do, where to go. Prabhupada gave so many instructions, but still, physical presence was so important. Vani was so strong that suddenly without the Vani, even to follow without the Vapu, the Vani was still, to understand it, assimilate it, understand to what to do, it was very difficult. I remember that time His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj, he went around ISKCON centers in Europe and America, and what he did was, he would go to the temple, and the temple they don't know how to receive him, because first time an ISKCON sannyasi is coming, and it's not Prabhupada. They're used to Prabhupada being there for a little time, but after that they don't know. So they don't know what to do. So what Bhakti Charu Maharaj does, he goes into the kitchen of the temple and starts cooking for the devotees. Can you imagine going to temple first time, not to give lecture, of course lecturers will be there, but he goes straight into the kitchen and he cooks for the devotees. And by cooking for the devotees, that relationship was established, that he is approachable and he is Prabhupada's man. Yes, Prabhupada is not with us physically, but Prabhupada's representative is there, who is very much representing Prabhupada. And that is so, so important. Now it doesn't stop there. Years later, devotees realized that very soon, of course, Prabhupada is physically not with us, but not so far away is a time when Prabhupada's disciples also won't be with us. So just as Prabhupada left the world, ISKCON had a big impact. It took a long time to recover and come back on course. But we had Prabhupada disciples like His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj and other Prabhupada disciples who still steered the movement and brought it back on track. Not only on track, but it's flourishing. But now after they are gone, what's going to happen? So this was visualized by the GBC. So they gave the responsibility to His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj to present a paper. That was in 2006. They asked him, position paper it was called. What is Srila Prabhupada's position? Prabhupada is founder Acharya of ISKCON. Sometimes I used to wonder, what's so important about saying founder Acharya? Prabhupada, you could say, His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Why? No, he always insisted, founder Acharya, International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Very particular. Because if you don't have that sambandha as the founder Acharya, ISKCON will get splintered, like, sorry to say, Gaudiya Math and all other organizations. See what is the impact of not having founder Acharya as the center. Then different personalities become the center, not Prabhupada anymore. When Prabhupada is not in the center anymore, we are lost. So he got an important responsibility to write the position paper. And Prabhupada is the founder Acharya and preeminent Shiksha Guru for whole of ISKCON. And he along with the committee, they formed, in 2013 they published that paper. So forevermore Prabhupada will be founder Acharya and his teachings will be the center. And for next 10,000 years they say ISKCON will be there. And that important role, Bhakti Charu Maharaj headed that role. He took the lead in that role. Such an important position. So not only representing Srila Prabhupada, but preserving Srila Prabhupada's instructions for next 10,000 years. Such an important service. Books also, you already mentioned that first instruction he got from Prabhupada was to translate all his books. Not a few, all his books. And he completed, which year did he complete that, Before centennial, ahead of schedule. The schedule was supposed to be centennial. In 1995, he finished translating all of Prabhupada's books, on top of traveling, preaching, and all his daily services. 1995, he finished all of them, well in time, well ahead of schedule. And that's something he used to always chastise us here, not being on time and not following the schedule, and not doing things first class. He liked everything first class, not second or third class. And every time he would ensure that we make the first class service to Srila Prabhupada, not somehow put something together. He's very particular about quality. And that's what we also learn from him. Of course, there are many, many wonderful qualities. And personally for me, even though I was going through such difficult times in 2018, 2019, I had a heart attack even, so much trouble, so much difficulty, all because of my anarthas. I'm not blaming anyone. But throughout that time, there were so many complaints against me. Some were valid, some were not valid. But he never looked upon me and said, oh, this guy, 100 complaints against him, what kind of a devotee is? No, he always was so kind, so compassionate, always trying to understand how he can help me come out of the difficult situations, encouraging us, as Govindari Prabhu said, went to the temple land, gave his blessings. He told us this temple should be more glorious than Opera House. So always encouraging, knowing that we have so many limitations, knowing that we have so many faults, so many anarthas, at least for me, in me, but he never rejected me. He never said, in fact, whenever he'd see me or introduce me, he'll say, here's the one who comes from Tokyo every weekend. I flies in every weekend from Tokyo. Sorry? True, but anyway, but he kept picking that point. This devotee flies. The devotees come from that suburb, that city, that country, that state. But he comes from that continent. Someone flies across continent. I said, must be crazy only. That's a nice way of saying you're a crazy guy. But anyway, but he kept that in his mind because he thought this is little bit of dedication, devotion, what you like to call it. He saw something there and he was trying to encourage that, fan that spark, And so I'm eternally grateful to him. I can go on recollecting so many instances where we had such beautiful exchanges, but I know it's due to lack of time and respect for all the devotees. Very thankful to all of you again. Especially thankful to His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj, who kept guiding me even at times when I could not meet my own spiritual master Jayapatak Maharaj. He was there for me, and my Guru Maharaj told me, yes, you can take Shiksha from him whenever he is there, and we have my blessings. So that's why I'm very fortunate to be included in this association and to be somehow connected to His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj, and through that to all the devotees. I'm very grateful. His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. It's very grateful to have senior Vaishnavas like you in this event. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for coming all over. So before going further, I would like to announce that we have a small gift aways for everyone. Please go to Geetamrita Mataji and you can collect gifts from her. Now I would like to call upon His Grace Prabhash Prabhu.
नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपदावतले श्रीमद् भक्ति चारु स्वामी तिनम सिंह चेता सुप्रीता ओम चरसापदम प्रपाद गतापनम भक्ति सपनम भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नमस्ते श्री गौर पास्टर Guru Maharaj, you are always there with us. You are there in your Vani, and we can see your presence through your Vani. You are such a perfect person that I can't see today, very few can find that kind of personality. You are a perfect Vaishnava. You taught all of us how to lead, how to become a perfect Vaishnava. And he, at very difficult times of ISKCON, tried to put ISKCON together. He was always telling, never leave ISKCON under any circumstances. And all the time serve Srila Prabhupada. He never said, serve me. He said, serve Srila Prabhupada. So that humbleness you can very rarely find, and that we see in Guru Maharaj. He is such a good cook. And always, whenever he used to come here, he used to call all the God brothers and have, lunch or dinner together. How much love he had with all the God brothers, you can just see with this action. He never criticized about any of his God brothers, ever. And he always, kept them at the same level as himself. He never thought, oh, I'm superior than others. So some of the qualities that I saw in His Holiness our Guru Maharaj, Bhakti Charu Maharaj, I was really impressed. So first time I met Guru Maharaj in Paramita, what was it? Forum, yes, there. And then I asked a lot of questions. In fact, I asked too many questions. I And he was so patiently answered all the questions. Other would have, said, what you're asking. But he patiently answered all the questions. So these are the qualities, the Vaishnavas, patience, and treating everyone equally. That is big thing. Normally people say, oh, he's a Maharaj, he should not go. But he is very approachable to any person. Doesn't matter whether you're a disciple or you're not a disciple. He has unlimited Vaishnava etiquette qualities, I can say that. And he is a fantastic one. He was such a perfect in the sense that he's so much in time, everything he used to do in time. And couple of times, everybody knows now that how he used to start fighting people if you're not in time. So that is good. You should be in time because time is Krishna. I'll stop here. I think many devotees are there to say. His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj ki, Vyasa Puja ki, Jai.